Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll take a better level.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Hansen the represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the
Rejoining us, let's cross over now to Naketa Roberts to bring us the news bulletin. Good evening.
Good evening, Marka, and good evening, everyone. Following weeks of investigations, the Liberia National Police says the fire incident at the Capitol building was an arson attack. Arson referred to the deliberate and unlawful act of setting properties on fire. Police Inspector General Gregory Cormorant said there are overwhelming evidence to support his statement as per the joint security investigations. According to him, they have identified individuals of interest and contacted them to turn themselves over to the investigative team. He warned that if they fail to come forward, the police will have no option but to arrest them. RG Comer noted that from the investigation, the fire started from all angle of the main chamber of the legislature, and there was electricity supply in the building even at the time of the blaze, which shows that the fire was not caused by electrical shock. On the morning of December 18, 2024, Liberians watched in shock as the Capitol building was engulfed in flames, particularly the joint chambers, destroying it completely. The government of Liberia has announced the official launch of the Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development and the County Development Agendas. The Ministry of Finance said the National Development Plan will be launched on January 15 in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. According to a press release issued on Wednesday, the Finance Ministry said the event will be graced by President Boakai, who will lead the ceremonial unveiling of the development framework, marking a pivotal movement in the nation's journey towards sustainable, inclusive, and equitable development. The Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development serves as Liberia's comprehensive roadmap for national transformation in 2025 to 2029. It outlines an integrated approach to development that emphasizes the country's core priorities, focusing on agriculture, roads, rule of law, education, sanitation, and health, and tourism for all Liberians, particularly the most marginalized and vulnerable communities. According to a Ministry of Finance and Development Planning release, the event will bring together key figures from the Liberian government, including ministers and officials from various sectors, will discuss the strategic priorities and operationalization of the plan. Local officials from across Liberia, as well as representatives from Liberia's development partners, will also be in attendance, underscoring the broad-based support for the agenda. Amid fears of resistance, campus-based Unification Party, SUP, has welcomed the appointment of Dr. Lady Myean as president of the University of Liberia. SUP said it conducted a thorough research but did not find any law or policy opposing the appointment of a non-alumni as president of the University of Liberia, citing they are not against race or color, but more focused on having someone who can get the job done. Soup at the same time blasted the national government over the deplorable state of the university and called for increased budgetary allotment for the smooth operation of the university. Soup chairman Sylvester Wheeler furthered that a change in president does not guarantee transformation, but government willingness to allocate sufficient resources and administrative reform will bring about change to the university. Ahead of the opening of the sacred courts in the country, Chief Justice Tiana Yall has released her legal assignments for judges for the February and March terms of court. Chief Justice Yall legal assignments, according to RCI judicial correspondent, affected the 11th, 13th, 15th, and 16th Judicial Sacred Courts. Judge Siafa Kerry returned to the 11th Judicial Sacred Courts in Bomi County, while Judge Gonad Bonat Elliott surfaced at the 13th Judicial Sacred Court in Margibi County. The 15th Judicial Sacred Court in River G County will welcome Judge Wise Ewise, and Judge Zubala Kizuku has finally returned to the 16th Judicial Sacred Court in Bapulu County. Judge Smith and Judge Smith and Judge Shaplo Dumba were both reassigned at the 6th Judicial Sacred Court in Mosurado County, respectively. Interestingly, Judge Omadi Chinowe and Judge Kobwe Nuta were now part of the Priest of the High Court's legal duty for February and March terms of court. Our judicial correspondent further said the Chief Justice legal setup, that's shake-up, for sacred courts judges is inconsistent with Chapter 3, Section 3.9 of the Judiciary Law of Liberia. The Liberia National Bar Association has announced a transitional and inaugural committee to organize the inauguration of the recently elected officers of the bar. The inauguration is scheduled for January 31st, 2025. The committee, the bar says, is mandated to ensure a seamless and professional transition of leadership. According to a press release, the LNBA Transitional and Inaugural Committee is comprised of esteemed members of the bar, which have been carefully selected to uphold the association's tradition of excellence and professionalism. The chairperson of the committee, Councillor Kuku Double, has been granted the authority to constitute the membership into subcommittees to streamline workload and efficiently manage the various activities leading to the successful inauguration. According to the release, the committee is further mandated to organize the inaugural ceremony and ensure the proper planning, logistics, and execution of the inauguration of the officers elect. In a related development, the LNBA leadership has invited its entire membership, including the Chief Justice and Associate Justices, senior legal counsels, judges, magistrates, counselors, attorneys, and students, and the public to grace the inaugural ceremony. The members of the committee are Councillor Kuku Double Chairperson, Councillor Kanye Babala, Co-Chairman, and that's Co-Chairman for Administration, Councillor Evelyn Gonglo, Co-Chair for Operation, Councillor Milton Taylor Avasa, and Councillor Julius Ade, Secretary. The leadership of the bar is meanwhile encouraging all members to extend their support to the committee in the execution of their mandate. The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection says it has activated the National GBV 116 call center. The ministry, in a release, said the call center is now fully operational and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The call center is a critical resource for all forms of violence against women, girls, and children, ensuring that survivors can access the help they need quickly. The center is equipped to handle reports in real time, directing urgent cases to law enforcement, health facilities, and social services as needed. This initiative, according to the release, marks a significant milestone in the ministry's ongoing effort to strengthen support system for survivors promote justice and foster resilience among affected individuals. The ministry assures the public that the center will continue to serve as a beacon of hope for women, girls, and children, playing a key role in creating a safer and more supportive environment for all. A prominent son of Grangeda County, Dr. William Torrent, has awarded 100 scholarships for college students in the county. Chief Dr. Torrent, the director of Finance and Administration at the ECOWAS Court of Justice in Abuja, said the gesture is part of his continuous demonstration of support for human capacity development and youth empowerment in the Grangeda County and the country at large. He is quoted in a release as saying the scholarships are for young college-going youth in Grangeda County for enrollment in various fields at the Grangeda County Community College. Dr. Torrent stressed there is a need to inspire the next generation of young people to prepare them for future leadership roles in the country. He made the disclosure over the weekend in Zredru City, Grangeda County, when he held several citizens' engagements, meeting with elders, civil groups, women, youth, and students, urging them to remain law-abiding citizens as well as being conscious of their obligations to the county and its people. Amid huge apports from the citizen, Dr. Torrent, who over the years have been a major source of support for the advancement of the young people in Grangeda County, said it is an obligation for the older generation to show the direction for the younger generation to follow. And away from Liberia, France has said the European Union will not allow other nations to attack its sovereign bodies after U.S. President-elect Donald Trump refused to rule out using military force to seize Greenland. On Tuesday, Trump reiterated his desire to acquire the autonomous Danish territory, saying it was critical for national and economic security. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot told French radio, there is obviously no question that the European Union will let other nations of the world attack its sovereign bodies, whosoever they are. Barrot said he did not believe the U.S. was going to invade the West African, but he was clear the EU should not let itself be intimidated. That's the Bulletin of News. Is back to you, Marka.